Hello viewers, welcome to the Dateline Northeast, a program that gives an overview of the developments in India's Northeast region. I'm your host Chandrakala and the highlights of today's program are 11th round of tripartite talk held on district creation issue in Manipur. Centre launches developmental projects and schemes in Northeast ahead of elections. And Northeast Women celebrates their achievements and existence on the International Women's Day. Pertaining to the issue of the creation of 7 new districts in Manipur, the 11th round of tripartite talk was held between the Manipur State Government, the United Naga Council and the Centre at Senapati District Headquarters recently. During the high-level talk, the Manipur government suggested that they will present the concrete proposal over the district creation issue in July this year, as per demanded by the UNC. A report.
In a bid to find an amicable solution to the long-pending issue of creation of new districts in Manipur, 11th round of tripartite talks involving the Centre, the Manipur State Government and the United Naga Council was held in state's Senapati District Headquarters. This talk is the first round of tripartite talks on the issue with the new team of UNC headed by President S. Khojon. During the talk, the state government has suggested that they would come up with the concrete proposal in July this year. Moreover, the UNC has shown disagreement after the state government failure to come up with concrete proposal within the stipulated time period. The meeting was presided over by the Centre headed by Satyendra Garg, Joint Secretary, Minister of Home Affairs, United Naga Council headed by President S. Khojon, General Secretary S. Milan and others.
Government of Manipur stated that because they were to bring a concrete proposal for discussion today, but they mentioned that there were certain problems, including citizenship amendment bill and all that, so they could not bring that. And they had suggested that okay, we will come out with concrete proposals in July. And because of the elections and all that, so they needed more time. UNC did not agree to this, and they have said enough time has been given. So, because concrete proposals are not come, so it may be they have to consult Naga people and they will declare their stand after discussion with the Naga people.
However, terming the lack of sincerity from the side of the state government, UNC has given their stand that they will take into consideration the views of the Naga people and further communicate with the stakeholders before taking a concrete decision.
We have a tripartite talk and they are supposed to come up with a concrete proposal today. But then again, the Manipur government has failed again having to come up the concrete proposal. So we had some hot argument, and despite again they have requested us to continue for the dialogue and saying that they will come up with the concrete proposal in the next meeting and asking us to extend the time till by July 19 or something they have suggested.
The last round of talk was held on September 1st, 2018 in Senapati District Headquarters, and the first round of tripartite talks was held on March 19th, 2017 to find a solution to the UNC's demand to revoke the decision of the previous government to create 7 new districts in November 2016, bifurcating 7 districts, 2 in the valley and 5 in the hills. It is worth noting that the previous government of Manipur had created 7 new districts on December 8, 2016. In protest against that, the UNC had imposed 139 days of economic blockade along the national highways which pass through Manipur.
Moving on, ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched integrated command and control centres or smart city projects in Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Tripura through video conferencing. Besides that, Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh launched 28 major infrastructure projects of the Central Armed Police Forces and other central police organizations spread over 17 states, including the Northeast states. On the other hand, several schemes and projects were launched by the state's Chief Minister. With election just round the corner, a plethora of schemes and projects has been launched in the Northeast region, adding to its overall development. In the wake of growing digitization and with a view to pervade it across the country, the government is undertaking various policies and key measures for infrastructural growth. In line with that, Prime Minister Narendra Modi digitally laid the foundation stone for 5 smart city projects in the 3 northeastern states of Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Tripura. Speaking to the Chief Ministers of Tripura, Sikkim and ministers from Arunachal Pradesh through a video conference, Prime Minister emphasized on the importance of smart city projects in bringing rapid development to the northeastern states of the country.
Smart city command and control centers use digital technology to integrate different service networks. They enable real-time collaboration among departments such as police, transport, power, water, sanitation, and public safety utilities. I believe that with the system in place, administration will be able to monitor city operations better and respond in real time.
Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Dev apprised that Rs 2,058 crore would be spent on the smart city projects in Agartala, and already in 19 sectors work is going on. Besides that, Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh launched 28 major infrastructure projects of the Central Armed Police Organizations, costing nearly Rs 1,900 crore and spread over 17 states, including the states of Tripura and Assam. The 28 major infrastructure projects inaugurated by the Home Minister belong to the CRPF, CISF, BSF and ITBP. Meanwhile, in the state of Manipur, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh inaugurated 19 different development projects worth Rs 39.58 crores and laid foundation stone for 28 other projects with an estimated cost of Rs 184.45 crores. The Chief Minister also launched Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Man Dhan, a pension scheme for the welfare of unorganized workers.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯀꯝ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯩꯖꯗ꯭ꯔꯕꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯁꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯦꯂꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯇꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯁꯨꯕ ꯉꯝꯗꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯦꯟꯁꯟ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯤꯝꯁꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯕꯤꯔꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏ.
In a similar note, PM-SYM pension scheme was recently launched in Shillong that would benefit the unorganized workers such as maids, helpers, laborers, hawkers, small shop owners whose monthly income is Rs 15,000 or less. To avail the scheme, the beneficiary has to be in the age group of 18 to 40 years. During the program, the Deputy Chief Minister of Meghalaya along with other dignitaries distributed beneficiary cards to the beneficiaries.
All departments has to take initiative to make sure that awareness goes till the block level, to the village level, to be able to make sure that actually those schemes are available for the people. Most of the people, if you go to the village areas, they don't know about those schemes. So basically, I think so. All departments they have to take an additional step or take additional responsibility to make sure that the exact awareness goes to the right people as well.
Whereas in Assam's Guwahati city, Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal laid the foundation stone for Convention Centre cum State Guest House. The project will have Convention Centre of 3,000 sitting capacity, Circuit House block, State Guest block and other features like certified green building, landscaped gardens, CCTV security surveillance, building management system to name a few. Well, viewers, Indian Railways is making continuous effort to live up to the expectations of the villagers residing near the AJ River near Noni district in Manipur, who has expressed their discontentment over polluting the river due to the construction of the railway line. However, in a major move towards preventing the river from such peril, the Indian Railway has come up with a unique initiative to produce bricks from the waste soil that is usually being dumped in the river during construction. A report.
Addressing a two-pronged hurdle which included placating the anger of villagers living along the river who were displeased after the river was being used to dump soil and to properly manage the soil excavated during the construction of the railway line, the Indian Railways has started constructing bricks from the waste soil. At a facility located alongside the Ijay River in Noni district of Manipur, thousands of bricks are being constructed every day that subsequently help railways in its secondary level projects, bringing in an effective cost cutting. This government task was taken up in the wake of the locals expressing their displeasure after railways used flowing streams of water to dispose soil excavated during the course of construction of the line. Taking note of the situation, the railways took expeditious steps to counter the spiraling problem of pollution.
As we started the cutting of soil and during construction of tunnel, a lot of muck we are taking out of tunnel. So where to dump? This was the main problem in the hill area of Manipur, because rivers are getting polluted. So for that we took decision to utilize that muck for construction of small bricks.
Construction of the railway lines through hilly terrain ends up dislodging and excavating a lot of soil that cannot be dumped in streams and rivers, as many villagers depend on the water bodies. Making bricks out of it solves the issue of excess soil and potential water pollution. The railways has decided to convert waste soil into traditional bricks to be used in its construction project of the 111-kilometer line to provide Imphal rail connectivity, scheduled for completion by 2020. The track is to have 47 tunnels covering a distance of 63.2 km and 131 bridges.
Full progress is in full swing, and we are going ahead with as per target.
Residents of None and villagers residing along the riverside consume water directly from the streams. However, they say that the dumping of soil into streams was affecting their health. Considering the villagers' woes, the railway authorities realized the imminent need to resolve the problem. The construction of bricks has helped railways in saving money as well. Earlier, the railways would buy traditional bricks from factories and transport them to the site, which used to be a costly affair. 3,000 bricks are produced in every 8 hours as a part of this process. The bricks constructed here are used for various constructions and maintenance works of the railways, like pitching of slopes, building embankment staircases, and drain linings.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
As the Lok Sabha elections are just round the corner, all 25 seats across 8 states of the northeastern India are gearing up for the country's toughest political battle. Chief Electoral Officer of Assam, Mukesh Sahu, with an aim to educate and aware the electorate about the importance of elections in a democracy, flecked off Run for Vote, a campaign carried out in collaboration with Kamrup Metropolitan District Administration. In a bid to expand party's footprints outside his home state, Conrad Sangma, the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, inaugurated the party office in Guwahati. Meanwhile, Union Minister Kiran Rijiju appealed the voters to participate democratic exercise of elections.
लोकसभा इलेक्शन जो है बहुत महत्वपूर्ण होता है और कोई भी इलेक्शन लोकतंत्र में महत्वपूर्ण होता है, सब इसमें भाग लेना चाहिए, लेकिन शांतिपूर्वक लोकसभा का चुनाव या विधानसभा का चुनाव हो सबके लिए भला है.
A job fair with local employers was recently held at Dr. B.R. Ambedkar High School in Joynagar area in Agartala, where hundreds of unemployed youths attended the fair. The 2-day-long fair was organized by the state government's Directorate of Employment Services and Manpower Planning under the National Career Service to educate and to employ youths with the local entrepreneurs. Balin Debarma, Director of DESMP, said the main objective behind organizing the job fair is to bridge the gap between a job seeker and employer in the private sector in the state, which has huge vacancies as they do not find suitable candidates. Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren Singh officially launched the Chief Minister's Scholarship Scheme for Civil Services coaching worth over ₹1 crore in a ceremony held at the Cabinet Hall of Chief Minister's Secretariat. Under the scheme, the state government will provide 100% scholarship to 150 selected civil services aspirants. With a 1-year course fee of ₹70,800 per student, the total amount which is to be borne by the state government is backed at ₹1,620,000. The Corporate Social Responsibility CSR program component will support another 300 students under different slabs of varying scholarship amounts. Even as tension between India and Pakistan has lessened, the Border Security Force is maintaining enhanced vigil along the international border, both at the East Front as well as the West Front. While in the Western Front, the BSF has increased vigilance at 5 border locations between Sir Creek and Vikakot of the Sindh province bordering Kutch. In the Eastern Front, BSF has geared up to give a befitting reply in case of any eventualities. Stating that hostilities are not a one-day affair, BSF IG Meghalaya Frontier Kuldeep Saini said BSF is monitoring every input that is getting from the other side. BSF in the Eastern Frontier is also equipped with support weapons which give it an upper hand in the case of any eventualities. Assam Finance Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma recently inaugurated the much-needed cardiac catheterization lab in a function held at Jorhat Medical College and Hospital campus. The inaugural function was attended by Hitendra Nath Goswami, the Speaker of the Assam Legislative Assembly, students and other dignitaries. With his new lab, heart patients from Jorhat, Golakhat, Sivasagar and Nagaland villages residing in border areas of these 3 districts can now avail the treatment in Jorhat instead of going Guwahati and Dibrugarh. Constructed at the cost of Rs 4.26 crore, the hospital will have the latest facilities of cardiac catheterization lab with unique design and digital technology.
Well, the International Women's Day, which marked annually on March 8, is a global event to celebrate women's achievements and support their rights amid male counterparts. This auspicious day was recently celebrated under the theme Balance for Better around the globe. In today's episode, we bring you a report on how the Northeast women observe the auspicious International Women's Day.
Each year, the International Women's Day is observed globally to celebrate womanhood, to support women's rights and to acknowledge their significant contribution to society. Joining with the rest of the world, women in the northeastern states of India too celebrated the day with much fervour and gaiety under the theme #Balance for Better. In the national capital, President Ram Nath Kovind presented the Nari Shakti Awards 2018, the highest civilian honour for women in India. 41 individuals and 3 institutions were given the award in the recognition of their relentless service towards the cause of women empowerment and social welfare. Among the awardees was Hekani J. Kanse, a lawyer turned social entrepreneur and founder of YouthNet Nagaland. Celebrating the International Women's Day and providing a free health checkup to women hailing from different parts of Assam, a special medical camp was organized in the state.
International Women's Day as a part of country और जो भी बोलिए RPF के तरफ से और NGO तरफ से और डॉक्टर मेडिकल तरफ से मेडिकल कैंप आयोजित किया गया है फॉर दोज पीपल जो कि इकोनॉमिकली बैकवर्ड है उन लोगों के लिए स्पेशल उन लोगों के लिए किया गया है.
Marking the Women's Day celebration in Tripura, hundreds of women from different walks of life came together to take part in a colourful procession upholding gender equality as a need of the hour. The rally started from Rabindra Satabarshiki Hall area and culminated in Umakanta Mini Stadium in the capital city, Agartala.
इस तरह की रैलियां हमारे बच्चों के अंदर, हमारे आने वाली पीढ़ियों में एक नई भावना पैदा करती हैं, जहां नारियों के सम्मान के लिए सबको आगे आना चाहिए. और नारी के सम्मान की जब हम बात करते हैं, अगर इतिहास को लेकर चलें तो सबसे पहले 1832 में लंदन में ये नारियों को सम्मान देने की बात की गई थी. और भारतीय संस्कृति को लेकर चलें तो हमारी तो पुरानी वेदों की संस्कृति ही कहती है कि यत्र पूजन्ते नारी ऋतु तत्र वसन्ते देवा.
On a similar note, people in Nagaland celebrated the International Women's Day with the theme Think Equal, Build Smart, Innovate for Change. Whereas in another event in celebration of Women's Day, a talk on the socio-economic consciousness of women and youth, the Thankul Chinna Narumsaklong Delhi, TSNL to observe the day in New Delhi.
A nation can progress only when its women are freed from endless cycles of poverty. They are provided adequate health care, they can access education and employment, they are not subjected to discrimination and violence, and are equal partners in all activities. social, economic, and political. Our focus has also been in ensuring their full participation in decision-making at all levels.
Formed in 2012, the Women Wing, which is an apex body of the Thangkhul Shinaulong, Imphal, has been taking various initiatives to improve the livelihood to help a woman to live a dignified life.
In today's episode, we will take you to the remotest village of Rangmahal in North Guwahati, which is setting a great example of communal harmony despite communal violence, hatred and insecurity that has choked the nation's unity and peace. Let me introduce to you 74-year-old Matibar Rahman, who has dedicated his entire life and time in monitoring and safeguarding a 500-year-old Shiv temple in the village. A Muslim family residing in North Guwahati's Rangmahal village is quietly spreading a message of love, peace and harmony to the world. For generations, members of this family have been looking after a 500-year-old Shiva temple constructed by their forefathers right behind their house. The caretaker Matibar Rahman says that Hindu and Muslim people alike come to the temple and offer prayers.
500 years हो गया है मंदिर हमारा फैमिली ने उसको मेंटेन कर रहा है यहाँ पे हिंदू लोग भी आता है मुसलमान लोग भी आता है और ये मंदिर हमारा मुसलमान गांव का बीच में भी है हमारा लोग भी यहाँ आता है हिंदू लोग भी पूजा करता है हमारा लोग दुआ करता है
Rahman goes on to maintain the temple well, as he says that it was his forefathers who asked the family members to take care and protect the temple and believed that the temple fulfills the wishes and desires of the people who offer prayer wholeheartedly. One of the most interesting facts of this temple is that, cutting across religious lines, both Hindus and Muslims throng the temple to offer prayers and perform rituals. They have firm belief on the deity and consider the temple as an epitome of Hindu-Muslim unity in the village. Muslims perform dua while Hindus perform puja in the temple, which is exemplary of communal harmony to the world. Moreover, Rahman and his family offer dua in the Shivalaya or Shiv temple.
और हमारे दादा ने बताया इसको मानो दादा ने दादा पहले ये जंगल था बहुत जंगल था आदमी आने नहीं सकता बहुत जुल्म से आता हुआ जब हमारा ग्रैंडफादर इंतकाल हो गया ना तब उसको हमारे पास दे दिया है बोलो जब नाती तुम इसे ऐसे करो और तुम्हारा बात तुम्हारा बेटा को ऐसे करना सिखाओ हाँ अभी नाना का जुग कहता है ये करता है हम नाना का नाना से जो कर रहा है अभी तक यही चल रहा है
Although the wave of violence and intolerance is sweeping the world and dividing us, but people like Matibar Rahman can go on to inspire millions and spread a message of love, compassion, peace and unity in the world. Agriculture is one of the main occupations for people living in the Northeast region. Most festivals and fairs in the Northeast have an agriculture background akin to cultivation and farming. One such celebration is the Seed Sowing Festival or Luera Fanit, which is celebrated annually by many tribes of Manipur. Recently at Hungpung village, a Thangkhul Naga tribe celebrated the Seed Sowing Festival in Ukhrul district. Let's take a look.
With more than 70% of the population dependent on agriculture for their livelihood, farming still continues to be the mainstay for the economy in the Northeast region. Most of the festivals celebrated in these regions are usually linked with cultivation and farming. Among them, one such festival called Luera Panit or the Seed Sowing Festival is celebrated annually by the Thangkhul Naga tribes in Manipur. Recently, the village of Hungpung came alive with a colourfully conducted Seed Sowing Festival under the theme Ngashanhi Mashunna, Culture is the Truth. Decked up in traditional and colourful outfits, villagers thronged the festival ground to witness the vibrant cultural event. The fest also saw a string of competition which included seed sowing, bamboo pole climbing and a beauty contest among many others.
It's very important because it's starting off the seed sowing. After this, people can start planting of vegetables or going the field and started planting. So that's the main part of it.
The Golden Jubilee of the Humpung Aungshi organization, HOW, under the theme Prosperity in Traditional Rites, was also celebrated at the Humpung Aungshi Lengapa Kayang Aungtang Humpung. The ceremony was graced by the titular king of Manipur, Leshemba Sanajauba, who was accompanied by Forest Department Manipur ACF CW Suisa, who attended as a functional president.
City I yum I second home. I babung learning at the zoo. I know some sort of Pakangoring I have a target. I Pakangoring like say Kununga, say yum don't like Kanjava. I am by the official in a function in Sanji Lak Natava. I get a lie when I get a don't lack Hatam, little Mangani, see that don't tell you.
As a symbol of love and unity, the tarung was erected by the men folk. The event brought together hundreds of people under a single roof, and they marked the Golden Jubilee celebration together. Kongsang, the traditional neck piece, was also distributed to all the women as a gesture of love and goodwill.
Our king, king, when he is coronated, it is only once in a lifetime. So after coronation, this Maharaja, he has to Maharaja after his coronation in Kangla, he has to bring one buffalo to the brother. That is okay.
In a similar instance, a seed sowing festival was also observed in Tushar village of Ukhrul district. The youth of the village also performed the victory dance. As agriculture is one of the main occupations of the region, events like this not only help boost agriculture, but also help to unite the hill people and the city folk. Overall, it is a celebration of love, peace, friendship and relationship.
With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at anyindia_ANI. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Chandrakala signing off. Goodbye and take care.